Hello friends, this is Nikhil Vijay. Welcome to my YouTube channel InfoStream. We all know about the Hiroshima and Nagasaki atomic bomb blast, and we also know about its effects and impacts on the people even today. But another nuclear catastrophe had occurred which was 400 times more powerful than the one which had occurred in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Yes, today we are going to talk about the worst nuclear disaster the world has ever seen. Before we look into it, let's see what a nuclear reactor is. A nuclear reactor is basically a controlled atmosphere where a radioactive atom like uranium or plutonium is split, and when the atom is split, energy is released which is converted into electricity in nuclear power plants. Now let us see about the disaster that had occurred in Chernobyl. Chernobyl is a city that was located in the USSR government when the incident had occurred, but now it is a city in the country of Ukraine. An experiment was conducted on 26th April 1986 in the Chernobyl nuclear power plant. But this experiment had gone wrong due to the flawed reactor design, inadequately trained personnel, and also maybe because of violation of the safety laws. So due to the failure of the experiment, the reactor number 4 saw a huge power increase and it led to a huge explosion. This huge explosion released so much radioactive elements and fuel into the nearby atmosphere. And when the radioactive elements mix with the atmosphere, it creates a very beautiful scenery. So at around 1 a.m. in the morning when the explosion had occurred, people in a nearby bridge gathered and they were seeing that beautiful scenery. And also firefighters were called immediately to put off that fire in the nuclear reactor. But they claimed that they were not informed about the radioactive atmosphere, and they were told that it was a regular electric fire. And when the people inhaled this poisonous and radioactive air, each and every person on that bridge had died. From this, the bridge gets its name as the Bridge of Death. Obviously, if the people from a nearby bridge itself died, then you can imagine the condition of the firefighters and the nuclear power plant workers. 36 hours after the explosion, people from Chernobyl and the nearby city of Pripyat were evacuated. The people were given around 2 hours to carry their most important belongings and some food for evacuation. So around 47,000 people were evacuated in around 1,200 buses. Also, several helicopters were depositing sand, magnesium and other materials over the reactor to reduce the spread of radioactive elements. When the situation seemed to be under control, a new problem had arisen. There's a pool of water under the reactors for cooling purpose, and if that hot melting part inside the reactor number 4 mixes into that pool of water, then it would create so much steam that all the reactors inside the power plant would totally explode. And if this happens, the entire part of Europe and almost half of Russia would have been uninhabitable for 5 lakh years. So there was only one solution for this problem. There was a valve inside the pool itself, and if that valve was opened, then all the water would be drained out. But if a person would go so close to the reactor, then surely he or she would die. So three men named Alexi, Valeri and Boris, those three men took that risk of going into that pool and opening the wall. So those three men, in spite of knowing that they would die, had successfully accomplished that mission of opening the wall, and they saved the entire part of Europe. If those three people wouldn't have completed that task successfully, then you wouldn't have been able to see Europe how it is today. So I take this opportunity in this video to salute those three men. Initially, the people were told that the evacuation was only for about 1 week. But even after 34 years, the people have not been able to go back to their homes. The doors remain open, the furniture and other belongings remain as it is, and a radius of around 30 kilometers from the power plant has been declared as an exclusion zone, and the people cannot live there for the next 1,000 years due to high radiation. Due to all this, Chernobyl has been officially declared as a real ghost town. The government has also allowed tourists to visit Chernobyl for about 1 hour with full protective and safety gears. So friends, those who are keen to visit Chernobyl, please do leave it in the comment section. Just wanted to know how many of you are brave to visit a real ghost town. So thank you friends. I hope you like this video. Please do subscribe my channel InfoStute for more videos on interesting topics. Have a nice day.